Question 18 is looking at the ingredients of shortbread biscuits. We're told that 120 grams of butter, 60 grams of caster sugar and 180 grams of flour makes 8 biscuits. And we're told Tariq has the following amounts for each and he wants to work out the greatest number he can make. So here's how we have done it here. Starting with butter, I've just set up a ratio. 120 grams gives us 8 biscuits, and I want to work out 330. So I've just worked out some other ratios that add up to give me 330. So 240, just by doubling it, must be 16 biscuits. We can work out 60 by halving this to get this. So 60 grams gives me 4 biscuits, and halving that again, 30 grams gives me 2 biscuits. And you can see now 240 plus 60 plus another 30 adds up to 330. So if I just add these 3 rows, I get the total number of grams, and likewise add these 3 up, gives me 22 biscuits. So with 330 grams, he can make 22 biscuits. Just looking at the sugar, he started with 60 grams for 8 biscuits, and we wanted to work out 200. So I've worked out some other ratios again. I can work out 15 just by dividing this by 4, so it's going to give me 2 biscuits. I can work out 180 by timesing this by 3, so 8 times 3 is 24. Now if I add those together, it gives me 195. And I want 200, so I have just shown here that I've worked out 5 biscuits as well, just by dividing this by 3. So 2 divided by 3 is 2/3. And you can see now when I add these 3 together to get 200, I end up with a whole number and a extra fraction left over. I've got 26 2/3 of a biscuit. Well, he's not going to make 2/3 of a biscuit. We're looking at how many whole number biscuits he can make. So I would say with 200 grams of caster sugar, he can make 26 biscuits in total. For the flour, a little bit easier. 180 grams gives me 8 biscuits, just starting with that ratio at the top. Doubling it gives me 360, 16, and then also halving it gives me 90, which is 4. And if you add 360 and 90, you get 450. 16 plus 4 is 20. So now we've got the amount he can make for each of those. We want to work out the greatest number of biscuits that he can make. Well, it might be very easy to look at this and go, it's 26, but it isn't. The correct answer is going to be the lowest of those 3, 20 biscuits. The reason for that is once he's made 20 biscuits, he's going to run out of flour. He hasn't got any more flour to use to make more biscuits. So the greatest amount he can make is 20. For question 19, it's a probability question using a diagram. So we're told the probabilities of winning at Hoopla and Coconut Shy. Complete the probability tree diagram. It looks something like this. This one's going to be 0.6 because these should add up to 1. Likewise, these should add up to 1, so that's going to be 0.7. And these probabilities are going to be the same for this, so 0.3 and 0.7. For part B, it says work out the probability that Wendy wins at Hoopla and also wins on the Coconut Shy. Just looking at my tree diagram, following my pen across, wins at Hoopla and then wins at Coconut Shy. When I move along a tree diagram, I multiply the numbers. So if I want to work out the probability of winning at Hoopla and winning at Coconut Shy, I'm going to multiply these 2 numbers together. So that gives me 0.12.